This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Bell versus Garner. You dated for a period of time and recently broke up, and you are contemplating getting back together and being willing to restore and renew your relationship if he hasn't cheated in the past. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Tell me why you've opened your case.
Okay, so I opened this case because me and Anthony was in a relationship, and it's on the line because if he cheated on me in the past, I'm not gonna go on a trip on him with him. I'm not gonna get back together with him at all. I'm not gonna do anything.
You have a trip planned.
Yeah,
So this is serious.
Yes, he invited me on a trip to go on a cruise for his birthday in a few weeks, and I'm not
You're
gonna
a good
go.
girl, 'cause there are other folks who go on that trip and just say, whatever, man. All right, tell me what you're here for, Mr. Garner.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm here because I love my girlfriend. I just want her to know that I wasn't cheating on her, and I got her name tattooed on me, you know.
Oh, man.
Why'd you do that?
To show her that I love her and I still care about her.
So he put permanent ink on Mr. Cutler.
Yeah. Well, you better hope you pass these tests because, I mean, you're gonna be stuck with that. So.
Yeah, unless you find another Anjanette, you in trouble, man.
I'm the only
can
one.
make that like you can't even turn that into mom or anything. You gotta stick with it. Tell me about the happy times. How did you meet?
I had just quit my job on a Friday. And I wanted to go out and have fun. So I was like, all right, let me like some people's stuff. So I ended up seeing his post on Facebook saying who want to go to the amusement park in Kansas City. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna like it. He inboxed me.
Okay, wait a minute. All right.
Dating sure has changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, you just go out there, you like somebody, and then...
You go on a date.
So you go to the amusement park. What happens at the amusement park?
We went on all the rides. We got to like a water ride. And like, as I'm going down, I peed on myself because like, it was going too fast and I was scared. So then when I got down towards the bottom, I thought my wig was gonna fall off. So, cause the tube tipped over, he caught me, but it tipped over and like some of my hair got wet and I was like, dang.
All right, Cutler, that's a first date for the record book.
Yeah.
And
you stayed in the game. Yeah, you stayed in the game.
I didn't.
So you go from kicking it to coming to see me. What happened?
Okay, so what had happened was,
Oh, no. What happened?
What happened was.
Woo, okay.
Let me sit back for this one.
Starting November of 2017, we met up at a liquor store and switched cars. And we was going to his house, so I told him to follow me to his house. When I got there, he was a little bit late, so I was just like, start going around his car, like looking through his car. So I got to the glove compartment, and I see a phone in there, and I'm like, this ain't his cell phone, because we both got iPhones. So I go in there.
So a secret phone?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what's going on with this? So as soon as I pick it up, it rings, and I'm like, let me answer. So I answer it, and the person hangs up. So I'm like, okay, what is going on? So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep this for a little while, because you're gonna be looking for it if somebody calling it. So I kept it a few weeks, and then...
Hold on. Did you know the secret phone was missing?
Yeah, I knew it was gone.
Did you know she had it?
Yeah, before all that
Why
happened,
did you have a side phone?
Okay, but before all that happened, she was getting all my information, my contacts, and she was contacting people out of my phone. So instead of me confronting her about it, I just got another phone and told everybody, like, just call me on this new phone. It wasn't just like one female that I told to call on that phone or just girls. I told my male friends, I told everybody, just call me on this phone. Something's wrong with my phone.
But she thinks you got a side phone for a side piece.
I know that's what she thinks.
Yeah, because he knew that I had it, so I was like, what's the passcode? And he's like, you know, let's just throw the phone out. You know, let's not do none of this. Just throw the phone out and start over.
Okay.
But my
That's a good
question
move.
is that the only suspicious thing you saw on the phone?
So the other thing that happened is he comes over to the bed and sat next to me and holds my hand. And I'm like, what's going on, you know? So then we're laying down in the bed together. I'm laying on his chest. We're talking, watching a video on Facebook. And so a message pops up.
So wait a minute. So this is what, so You laying like this?
You laying there.
Put your head on his chest, his heart a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't want to mess up your hair, but
Oh, don't mess up my hair.
all right. And so you all have his phone.
Yep.
And y'all looking at something.
Just kind of
Just like
watching the
that.
video, okay? So you're
Just
looking
like
at his
that.
phone.
Color, you know these are young folk, because I would need a screen about that big.
Yeah. So, and then what happens?
Okay, and so then a text message pops up from some girl talking about, hey, daddy.
What?
Pops up on his
y'all
phone.
buy some full body pictures. She had clothes on, but like full body pictures talking about, hey, daddy, you know, what you doing or whatever. And so
And
I'm
that's what
like,
you submitted to the court.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
So you're watching
laying
this
there,
video
It
and-
pops up.
Yes.
What you doing, Daddy? You like, who is this?
Well, no, I didn't say
Okay.
nothing. I was quiet for a second, and then he was quiet, so he didn't say nothing. I'm like, so what is this? And he's like, what is what? Trying to play it off.
I was gonna tell her when I first got home. I was gonna tell her, I gave this girl at my job my phone number. I was about to tell her. But she had cooked dinner and then like a whole bunch of stuff, and she was acting nice. She
Yeah, I
usually
even
don't-
bought him some shoes and
Yeah,
everything.
she
that
usually
day.
don't act nice, but I was just so at the time, it didn't seem like a good time for me to be like, oh, I just gave this girl my number.
This is a woman that you just met at work?
Just met that same day.
Okay, and so her initial text to you is, what's up, daddy?
Right off the gate.
Right out the gate. I mean,
Right
What
out
was
the gate.
going on for her to say that?
Yeah, how did that come about?
It was real friendly, and
Really?
yeah,
Yeah, it was
to
real
get to
friendly.
what's up, daddy, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was real friendly, and we was talking during, at the job. We was talking to each other, I guess flirting, whatever, and we was just like flirting.
So did anything ever happen with this woman?
Ever in life?
Well, yeah, ever in life.
Maybe like after the breakup.
Okay, wait a minute. Now look, I got kids your age. Ain't no maybe. Either you did or you didn't.
Exactly.
You're in or
After
you're
the
out.
breakup.
You did, huh?
After the breakup.
So you've been with this woman allegedly since the breakup.
Yeah.
Have you been with her in a sexual way?
In a sexual way, yes.
All right. Well, there it is.
But after the breakup.
After the breakup.
Yeah.
Do you believe that? You think it was before the breakup?
I really honestly don't know. That's why I'm here today, to find out.
Because
I
you
don't
want
know.
answers.
Yeah, I want to know. Because if he did, I'm not going nowhere with him. He gonna be going by himself or with her.
All right. So my question to you, Miss Bell, is have you ever caught him with someone?
Okay, so just recently, April of this year, I came over to talk to him. We started getting in an argument, so, I had left. And so I came back less than an hour. Come back, it's a car outside. I'm like, this car looked familiar. His ex-girlfriend car, familiar. So I'm like, okay.
Within
so
an
let's,
hour?
let's not jump the gun here, Anjanae. Calm down. So I'm like, okay, let me just knock on the door, see what's going on. He don't want to answer the door or answer none of my texts or calls.
My ex was there using my Wi-Fi
Okay.
because she goes to school.
Thank you.
We'll come back
She goes
to
to
that.
school. No. And so I knew she was calling at the time. And then she came to that door. I didn't want it to be a confrontation.
Right.
So to avoid confrontation, I just didn't answer the phone or open the door.
What happens from there?
What happened from there was, so I got a phone call from my neighbor, and he said, there's a fire on your porch. Yeah,
A
so
fire on your porch.
right on my porch, right by my door. Yeah, so I come put the
Well,
fire.
hold on. Miss Bell, did
Yes,
you see
Your
that
Honor.
fire when you came up there?
Yes,
It's
I
crazy.
did.
How did you see the fire?
How did I set it?
She set the
You
fire.
set the fire?
You set the
She
fire.
set the fire.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, but seriously though, because I was mad, I was hurt, because I'm like, why is she out at his house? And so like, I was just,
Hold on, Miss
Okay,
Bell.
all right. So you see this fire on your porch. What do you do then?
I go to my car, and can I show you over here what she did to my car?
Okay.
Okay, so.
So you go check. Something's telling you to go look at your
Right,
car.
just go to the car and see, make sure all your windows is there and everything. So I go to my car, and then I open, the gas tank is already open, just like this. And it's chocolate, sticks, I don't know what else she put in there, rocks.
In your
And it's-
car tank.
And your
In my
gas-
car tank, shoved it down in there. I can't even put gas in my car or nothing, like, She just did all that, and she didn't ask no questions. She didn't try to figure out what was going on.
Woo!
Why would you do that?
Say, why would he have his ex at his house?
Okay, but you teared up his car.
Yeah, so when he have his ex at his house, he just for future reference,
To
if
use
your
the
ex at
Wi-Fi.
your house again, that's what your car gonna be. You can't put gas in your car no more.
Okay, but you're saying that your ex was there and there was nothing going on but
Nothing
Wi-Fi.
going on. High-speed internet.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All
She's
right.
talking Wi-Fi like Wi-Fire.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking
yeah.
about.
That's what I thought it was.
So Miss Bell, let me talk to you.
Okay.
And I'm old enough to be your mother, for sure. So I'm gonna talk to you like I talk to one of mine. Don't do this.
Yeah.
This is not a good look. Legally, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Arson, that's a problem. Those are
Yeah.
felonies.
Yeah.
So we don't need that in your good life.
Right. I don't want to be doing none of that stuff. That's not a good look.
All right, love.
And Mr. Garner, after all this, you still want her back.
Yeah, I mean, I love her, and I just want her to know that it's not, you know, I'm not cheating. It's not even that big of a deal. Like, it costs a lot of money to fix cars.
It does.
That's a lot.
And so you're like, it's one thing if you had been cheating,
Right.
but you're like, she's done all this. She's setting fires on your porch. She's putting candy and sticks on your gas tank, and you weren't even cheating.
Right, innocent.
All right, love, I think we got enough. Let's talk about it.
Okay, well, you think it was something going on with the coworker? You
Yes.
think it was something going on with his ex?
Yes.
And he's using that secret phone to hook up with other people.
Yeah.
And if he did do that while you all were together, you're not getting back together, you're not going on the cruise, it's over.
That's 100% correct.
And you're here to convince her that nothing happened.
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
Well, to get to the bottom of this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call a certified polygraph examiner, Kendall Shull, to determine, is he cheating? John, please escort Mr. Shull into the courtroom. Kendall Shull. I had to go over to the witness stand. Mr. Shull, how are you today?
Great, Your Honor. Good. How are you?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
All right, Mr. Shull, you did a little polygraph examination of Mr. Garner.
I did, Your Honor.
For the record, could you give us a little bit about your credentials?
I was privileged to spend almost 30 years with the FBI in Washington, D.C., spent my whole career there. And when I retired, I was actually chief of the entire FBI's polygraph program. And retired, moved to Knoxville, Tennessee, and started my own private practice there.
All righty. So you asked Mr. Garner some questions. The first question you asked him was, the day you claimed Miss Bell put a candy bar in your car gas tank, did you have physical sexual contact with your ex? What was Mr. Garner's response?
He responded, no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
I saw a big smile on your face. All right.
Mr. Garner was asked, while you were in a relationship with Miss Bell, did you have physical sexual contact with the girl whom you work with that sent you the text message, "Hey Daddy"? What was his response to that question?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Mr. Garner, you know, that text message struck me as strange because that's just not what you lead off with, "Hey Daddy."
Usually you call somebody daddy because they done took care of you.
Oh. So, you were involved with this woman while you were in your relationship with Miss Bell, right?
Okay, I'm gonna just say I agree that, you know, I made a mistake. You know, I apologize for the mistake. And I mean, I hope that we can get past it.
So you're admitting that you cheated?
It was only one time. It was a mistake. We was going through a rocky time.
Miss Bell.
He's lying.
Miss
as
Bell,
usual.
you have come here to find out the truth. And we did drag it out of him, sadly.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind at this point?
I'm mad right now because I've asked him several times before we even got here, you know, did you do that? And he just lied. So no, he's going on a cruise with whoever he wants to, and we're not getting back together.
In your next relationship,
Yeah.
I hope you've learned something from this relationship. Any relationship worth having is worth going through the rocky times.
That's right.
And so you can't, every time you have
Preach.
a rocky time, every time you have a rocky time, you go running somewhere else.
Go, Daddy.
So,
I said that out
you
loud.
said daddy.
I did.
What does that imply?
You took care of me.
All right. So, for both of you, as you move forward, whether you do it together or separately, we have counseling available for you. Take advantage of that. And as we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good, happy relationship. Court is adjourned.